Good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Breakfast Show with Smart Robie. And this morning, we are very interesting to share with you a new feature on Smart Robie, which you can actually check it out. Some of you may know we already put in the Pentagon date next to some of the stocks that appeared in the stock idea. So check it out in here. I'm going to share with you how we're going to use it to look at certain sectors, how it can optimize your selection, especially when you're coming to this general election 15, which is going to be this weekend. I hope you have already made preparation to leave, go back to your hometown or the place of voting, and if you do, take care and drive carefully and drive safe, especially in this wet season that we are seeing in here. So let's get on to what we have for you this morning in our breakfast show. Now, of course, this morning we're going to be looking into the market, but definitely we have seen market following an uptick after we've seen a very good CPI figures, which actually came out from the US side. And we all know that figure was better than expected. And also the US midterm election was really unexpected. But having said that, if you have checked out my live Facebook, which I did on it last Wednesday, you have seen that that market, especially the US market, would go up no matter Republican or Democrat wins. I think that's very important to get the perspective, not about who, but for our local market that's yet to be seen, and something that will cover on Wednesday night on the live Facebooks. Make sure you catch me every Wednesday night for all information that we are sharing. So let's look at the a wider chart in here and see what we have this morning. So you can see the likelihood of the general election 15. Now KLCI market will test the 1418. My only concern is that will it peak there? Because many times we have seen the market eventually on the post GE15 result, when the result is announced, we see that market actually collapsing. We saw that on the last election, GE14, where the Pakatan Harapan took the surprise and the market continued to collapse from that. But what I've known and what I can share with you in here is likelihood to be confirmation. Now remember, the Dow actually fall a lot more on the day where they have the uncertainty, where Democrat came in and stopped the red wave, because everyone was expecting the red wave, including the market, but it did not happen. But instead the market sort of laid on price in. So the same will likely to be for KLCI. If they expect the market to go where it is going, perhaps the incumbent, in this case Bursa National or Perikatan, then the KLCI market would rally, and then the 200-day movage that you see 1500, that will be tested. But very importantly, the market has turned green Pentagon this morning in here. Let's check out where is the market this morning. Let's go on to our Smart Robie, hit on to the KLCI market today. So you can see that one. And you can see right now the market is down 6 points after the market actually hit up almost up 20 points. And you can see from the chart here, let me just show you the chart here and zoom it up a bit. And this is the live data chart. You can see the last update was 10:15 on the board there. So market gap up. All right, so important fact number 2 is the foreign fund net flows are coming in, so I'm going to check out that. And also think about buying on green Pentagon if you have a good, after a good S1, a stage 1 accumulation in here, so you have that nice accumulation before that breakout, that would give you a very nice pickup from that one. And of course, my advice to sell all your trades coming to before the midterm coming to the general election 15 in here, especially those of you who have some of those so-called GE15 watch lists. Yeah, so it means that you don't want to be holding any trades going to the weekend. And that's why sometimes I do think this week, because of many people are selling, they don't want to hold position going to the weekend, and that's why the market is fairly muted, and that's why it is down just minus 0.4% in here. But no doubt it has turned green Pentagon already. But if not, you can also stick on to the Robie FA collection, which is many of you who are listening right now, I assume you are a beginner, and this is what we do in the beginner in here, buying those stocks which is likely to be. Now, one of the things, a new feature which I will talk about is the, do you notice each of these most active, there is a Pentagon date, all right, on the left hand side. So check out the Pentagon date. For example, ASP Pentagon date was 31st of October, and since then it's up 107%. All right, and we are taking it from the opening price after the Pentagon date. So you just hit on 1481, hit that one, and you get down to stock comment and chart, hit that one, the next one, and you'll see this chart in here that's giving it, because it is a penny stocks, less than 10 cents. You can see started off from a very low base, maybe around 7 cents, and now right now just short about 14 cents. So that's why you see almost 100% return on that one. Fairly volatile in here. If you're going to be trading this, make sure you get the VSA 360 plugin for that one. So another one, Hexstar did pretty well, and this is also some of the things that we'll be talking in tomorrow night for our members only. Okay, so if you have not joined, make sure you join our member night for our 100-day onboard orientation. This is where we will coach you and train you for the next 3 months. Now this is definitely free for all our members, and if you have not joined yet, so make sure you join our VSA community in here and get access to the coaching training and also the 3-month onboarding where we will train you how to use and trade some of these stocks in here. So you can see 14th of July was Hextech. That's the one by the famous Andy Ong. 5136, you can click on that one, 5136, looking at that one. So you can look at stock chart, and that one, since Green Pentagon, it has gone up. You can see from here, way around what, $4 now, is almost $17. This is the one that I'm getting a bit dizzy as the market go higher. You can see as it climbs higher here, take note, what we call the declining volume. This is a recipe for disaster. All right, a recipe for disaster is hashtag in here. Today is up 8%. If you get some money, you better be going, because this is anytime, you know, if they issue another UMA, this one is likely going to be coming down in here. Something that just take note of it. So on others like Sign is also up 10%, which is already in this morning, just short of 1 hour, we got about 1 million in here. And since 19th of October, right, 19th October, you can see it's up to 50%. That's right, which is a consumer. So check out that volume. And also check out, this is where we are. Since that, now if you notice how our calculation is counted is since from the opening price after the Green Pentagon. Opening price after the Green Pentagon to now, which is already 50%. This is much bigger than it is. So check out that one. You could see that's why we want to showcase to you that following Green Pentagon, especially on the opening price, does give you a very good dividend in here. All right, so check out that. That's one of our new feature in here, and we will profile it also for the SGX for the Hong Kong and US market. So keep in mind, we are testing it for the Malaysian market in here for the Smart Robie. Top Glove is already up. Item number 3, most active. Top Glove is down today, -1%. But since 8th of November, which is about a week ago, it's up 12% already. Up 12% already from our last Green Pentagon in here. V Invest, since Red Pentagon, it's down 10%, so it's been great if you get out from the Red Pentagon in here. So that is the latest feature that we have for our Smart Robie. Now let's take a look at our 360 in here, as well as a blue Smart Robie powered by the Green Pentagon, which is a patent pending from our market here. All right, let's go on to our October 28 Pentagon. As I said before, some of those are already quite prominent in here. PJ, Boomi, Carex did pretty well. And I think Carex came out. You can check out Carex here on the Smart Robie here. Let me just switch to a wider chart. So make sure you download a copy if you don't have it. And you can use it in here. So Carex, go to stock chart, stock comment there. And you can see since the Green Pentagon, right, where we saw way back in the 35 cents, so it's 50 cents, and that's what Carex is up 16.9%. But of course, you can also get the similarly, right, Carex in here. Current Green Pentagon was on 30th of September. You can check out the chart over there, and it's already up 40.8%. 40.8% since the Green Pentagon on 30th of September 2022. All right, so this is one way that you will see that using Green Pentagon will be in your benefit in here. All right. Now on our KLCI market, let me just switch to a wider chart here, and you'll definitely see that the KLCI because of taking a cue from the US market, the market jump up almost 1,200 points for the Dow Jones, and our market did very similar. Very important is that the gap. Do you see a gap there? All right, I'm sure you're able to see a gap here. This is what we talk about, this gap here. That gap cannot be closed. From a technical standpoint, that's very important. Closing that gap, that means that's the highest you can get, right? So on the same time, why this is important? Because this weekend is also our general election, and this is some sort of the setup which can be bearish or bullish, right? If it's a bullish, it's what we call a runaway gap. Now, runaway gap, which means the market will continue to gap up and pop all the way up. All right, we are hoping then, and one of the reasons why is because this is the first time general election is actually held year end. Because if you look back at generation 13, 14, and 15, which I'll have some information to share with you here, that market seems to collapse because it actually held in May. Now we all know, right? Sell in May and go away, and that's why May tend to be very, very bearish. But year end will be bullish. So my best guess, leaning more to the so-called bullish side, we will see a runaway gap from here because of the month of December. Now all this is based on facts and also based on technical or VSA and green pentagon. And also take note, the railway track almost turned up, which means the market is going to be moving up nicely in here. And you all may also know something from our daily newsletter that we send out. The GDP for Malaysia for the third quarter was up 14%, which is unusually high as the economy is recovering in here, doing pretty well, better than most people expected in here. All right, so keep in mind, one, we have the gap, all right, so likely to test the 1480. Two, we have the general election 15 having it in the month of December rather than the usual May, right? And that's why we're seeing that. Now also, if you look at the overall KLCI, where are the stages now? Where are we right now using the market stages in here? You can also see the peak value indicator already hit peak, all right, which is you can look back, last round you went up 8.8%, then the first stop. But the showstopper was the 200-day moving average. So right now you have 8.8, and then since that, 410%, 411%, and then the market goes back up in here. This is where the 1480, which I've talked about that resistance just now in here. So right now, pay attention, especially this week, going to the general election 15 this weekend, pay attention to any sign of weakness, SOW. But that's going to be probably tomorrow morning. We will see how Dow Jones reacting to it, right? Look for any UT probably maybe occurring at the resistance level at 1500 in here. Now November has turned bullish, all right? You can see usually in the past month of November, this is the VSA 360 seasonal chart, has turned bullish, all right? And of course, we all know, right, the midterm election is November 19. So if we do see a sell-off, which is possible, which means the unexpected result that lead to a hung parliament that we see this coming weekend, then the market might just gap down. Then we will see overall what you see November month, which is 0.5 right now, will turn bearish and then probably go for the month. And then December, we see a nice rally in here. Still looking positive right now. For the year 2022, it's minus 5.5% in here. Hopefully we do see a little bit of recovery from here. Now this is what we've been talking about, a couple of events in here. That's the dissolvement of the parliament was 1406. Eve of polling right now is 1460. So we have a very nice move already, right? Compared to GE12, 13 and 14, GE15 totally different, as I said before, because it is in the month of November, which is generally a bit more on the bullish side. All right, immediate trading day after GE, we have to see how much it went. GE14 was down 0.2. That was one of the reasons why, because they actually have 3 days to close the stock exchange and allow the news to actually absorb in here. So cumulative changes since the deadline to post GE, we have to see what's going to be happen from here on. But so something we will keep in mind with the general election 15 in place. So make sure you join me this coming Wednesday at 9:30 for more and how we can prepare for it. But of course, preparing right now, it's something that I already given you a hint in here. Now let's also look at the foreign funds flows that we've seen so far. So far we have positive flows, and that is something very positive going into our election. That's the only positive thing I see this morning, right? You can see right here, this is where all the green movement, so foreign funds are coming in, and that's why KLCI is holding up. I still do feel like 60% we will see a runaway gap if the result was convincing. Very important is the result must be convincing. This weekend, one party would have the higher majority number, maybe just slim majority in here like what we saw. And but usually what we always say here to predict, but the market always say. And of course, this November 15, which falls on Saturday. It's Saturday. I think we're going to have sleepless night until next morning as we await the result, right? It's going to be really result. And usually we have the Malaysia Kini website couple of times crash because everyone was trying to access that. So expect that. If you have not, that will be something interesting to see. Now, the new feature which I've just shared with you in here is the hot sectors. So let me just switch on to the wider chart here and just push back to the previous one here. Is the hot sector. So click on that, and you want to click on hot sector, and this is where you can actually pick stocks that is either playing to. And one of the key things you want to be doing, especially those of you advanced, is to not pick the number one hot sector, which is the healthcare, right? You want to pick technology and energy because it's still got a bit more room to run, right? I think technology here, which I said before, if the interest rate that is unlikely to or delay at least delay, then you'll see the US Federal Reserve delaying the interest rate rise, then you see all the technology stock, because right now it is at number 3. So if you look into that, just click on technology, and it is sorted by the latest, keep in mind, by the latest Pentagon date. So in here, 3867 MPI, Malaysia Pacific Industry, which is Pentagon date was 11th of November, which is actually last Friday. Then you have Frontcan 11th of November. So let's look at Frontcan 0128 MPI, too expensive then we look at the stock comment, stock chart. Oh, even we have Penta also. And then you look at this morning here, and this is how it looked like at the time of 10:16, okay, which is about 16 minutes ago. So the chart is still holding up. So this is how you want to pick, especially those of you who have smart Robie in here. This will enable you to pick some of those so-called sector first, favorite stock second. All right, sector first, favorite stock second, rather by going by the stock. So this is one way of looking at it. So we did the technology. Let's take a look. The next one will be healthcare. All right, healthcare. All right, this will be the healthcare here. So you can see healthcare. Click on that healthcare here, and healthcare, you will see TMC Live is the 11th of November. So we just done green panel. So hit on 010. Click on that, and you can see hit the stock chart, stock comment. You can do it together with me. All right, and right now you can see it did turn green Pentagon, but not much of traded actually. It still haven't really updated in here, so we're just going to keep an eye and see how we go. But we can check out the current live stock prices for TMC Live, down 2.5%. all right, down 2.5% in here, and the volume is 274k. Not bad. So you can see from here onwards, you can see Supermax, Optimax, and the nice one was actually Top Glove since 8th of November was 13.6. Supermax might just play catch up to Top Glove because Top Glove is the leaderboard here. UMC 2.5 since 8th of November. Some of them turned red Pentagon already. Kosan, KBJ, and Nova. Of course, you can also check out the other sectors going back to the hot sectors here, and you're able to pick up according to the Pentagon guide by the date, since it's sorted out the Pentagon. So this is one new feature, and also you can go to the intraday. You can check out the intraday too, and again, very similar. You have the green Pentagon in here. Oh, that's a nice one. PT Resources Consumer up 5.4%, 6.5% in here. JAX. So activated your monthly pass, and you can try it out, all this new Pentagon date there. So you make sure you want to follow and enter the Pentagon date immediately on the day, or maybe the next day. All right, so check it out. In this is important for those of you who trade regularly and use the smart Robie. Of course, we also have the Robie FA list. which is what we are talking in here, and we'll be looking at the couple of stocks, which is DNEX and SKP Press for the episode 143, I think the last episode that we did here, so you can check it out. Let's look at DNEX. You can also set up the Robie FA list at DNEX last week. The time when we'll pick it up, they were to pick it up at 78.5 cents November, but the market did hit 80 cents, right, and then came back down, but we saw that recovery, so it's pretty much at the right price, but it is still in a nice green pentagon. So you can click on DNEX, right, hit that one, and how much is it up? You can go over to stock chart, stock comment here, and since the green pentagon minus 0.6, okay, minus 0.6 here, because we are taking or enter on the opening price, which is this price here, all right, which is 785. So keep that in mind for that one. All right, next we have is SKP. So oh yeah, another thing, DNEX, what kind of dividend do they pay? So click on stock fundamentals, and you can see they do pay smaller 0.7% in here, but the ROE is good. So next one is SKP Press, which is the maker of Dyson and some of the vacuum cleaner previously. So so you can see spotted at 165, did hit high of 169 or maybe close to 170 plus. All right, so let's take a look at SKP this morning in here. Right, you can see, let me just see that it's not updated yet, which is also minus 0.6, so which is actually still going up. Let's look at the dividend for SKP Resources. Does pay a pretty good dividend, 3.3% in here, and I don't think some of these stocks, SKP especially, will be affected by the GE15 in here. All right, just so those are the two stocks in mind. So you can check out the Smart Robie right now. For this week, we have, let me just scroll back up again to my top here. Yes, we have this week the Robie FA list red tone, which is, we have been talking about it, Supermax. Generally, I still don't like the rubber glove stock. Maybe just for trading, it's fine. Lagenda, right? We got the FPI, Syntex, Westport, some Plantation, RHB Banks. You can see some of these are pretty good rating. There's no Robie FA intraday alert, so most of these are still pretty much sleeping. So let's take a look at the first one, FPI. So you can scroll up to the top here, I think it's number 4, 9172, because I sort of like the it's not really technology, but it's consumer. You know, stock chart, stock comment. That was last Friday. And let's see, today, yes, it's gone slightly up and holding its position previously in here. And because this is a Taiwanese company, I do know they usually pay good dividend because they want to take out some of the money back. All right, so that is giving you 6% dividend. All right, so check out the Smart Robie, 6.4% with the ROE at 25%, 25 and a P of 7.5 times. Now, if this stock were to move back up to 10.5 times, you go see $4.34, which is another close to 40% upside. All right, if the PE were to be re-evaluated back. All right, they make a lot of speakers in here. The next one here is so that's FPI. So we're going to go on to Westport. All right, so we just get back to the scroll up here, and so let me just scroll up. Westport is number 6. All right, 5246 is a code. Click on that one, 5246. I think double click it and you can see. Let's look at the stock fundamental first for Westport. Owned by Berena Rizai, Southport Investment, or EPF also own it. Floating shares 25% here. Pay 5% dividend, not bad. PE of 17 times, ROE of 22. All right, 22 here. If the PE were to correct back to 20 PE, then you get something like 18.4, because sector is around 24%, 24 times PE in here. All right, let's take a look at the chart this morning, stock chart, stock comment. So you can also see the live chart also from here. All right, if it's updated, yes, it's updated. Last updated was 10 o'clock, and that still have that nice continuation from here. No sell-off in here, and I do think these two stocks, both Westport and FPI, will not be terribly affected by the GE stocks. Okay, these are more economic kind of opening stocks here, right? And let's go on to the next segment. Will be, I think we've done that one. Is probably we're going to come to the summary in here. So the next resistance really, pretty much what I've said before, is the 1500 level in here, all right? And rarely, usually will fizzle off right this week, all right? So that's why we say maybe GE15 already peaked. So what do you want to do? You want to look for sign of weakness, sign of weakness, anything like 2-bar reversal, upthrust. But November seasonally expect to be a down month. December month will be it. My best take is that we'll hopefully get a runaway gap. It gaps up what we've seen so far. Market will continue to run because who knows, December usually are very, very bullish in here. And of course, those Robie FA stocks will allow you to carry a couple of good dividends in here. Some red pentagons is already here, so check out the individual stocks in here. Exit and honor your trading plan. And of course, most of all, these are the important trainings that I want to talk about. And for those of you who did sign up our program for our masterclass, we did our foundation 1 and 2. Thank you for your support. If you're not, you can still join us in here. There's a phone number on the left hand side in here, and we want to turn you into winner. Right, just like Eric, Kitgo, and Zenly able to make 28% in a month. So our kickoff meeting will be tomorrow night at 9 p.m. A very short one. We're just going to state out all the rules, what are things you need to do, right? Because we will be involved. Let's put it that way: stock trading competition, right? During these 100 days, you need to do X amount of trade, and this X amount of trade will be in our stock trading competition platform in here, and the winner will get prizes too in here. You want to make it a bit exciting, make it a bit more engaging in here. This is the way to learn it in here. So don't miss out this training. Now this training is absolutely free for all our members. If you're not already a member, I think that's why you want to join this member and able to become winners, making a good decent report. If you're not happy with your current result in here, do something about it. This is the December rally that we are talking about, the kickoff meeting in here, and this is the plan that we have in here. And also we're going to be doing a very special event for the 3rd of December, our trading CPO futures. We have a very good system in here that will allow you to make daily profits. All right, a good day you make a few thousand ringgit in here will definitely cover the initial investment in here, but more importantly, we want to put you in the right platform, right training ground in here before you start moving into it. And of course, my segment 4th of December will be in US market, but before that we have the next segment 26th of November will be our senior coach Fu will talk about some of those high win rates in here. Join our November masterclass and not to miss out the December rally in here. It's going to be a very good finishing for the year, trust me on that one. All right, this is the course and also our futures. And of course, we are very proud of our student. When you are successful, we are too. Success is measured from in here. And our continue education segment will also continue this coming Wednesday night, as I said before, the post GE15 preparation in here. All right, give us a good review in here and sign up for our newsletter. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube not to miss out any of our video. And also not to forget our monthly package and our yearly package in here. You can sign up in here to give you the great advantage using our new feature for our stock alert and notification. Continue to make improvement in here, just like the new feature that you're getting on Smart Robie. Give us a thumb up and do go over and give us a good review in here. And right now we're going to be looking at a couple of shares. If you do have them, let me know. All right, and I'll share some of the good winnings. All right, we can analyze them too. If you have any shares, just pencil those in there. I'm happy to look into that. If not, I'll bid you a good day, a good trading day ahead in here, and make sure join me on Wednesday live FB on the GE15 preparation, what you should do and do not. Thank you for coming in here and see you later during the day. And don't forget, do share our Telegram chat room in here for all stock trading information and educational. Bye-bye.